Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Yes, another one. They keep trucking on. I might have to have a couple of days off soon because I'm trying to keep up with actually doing the videos and actually releasing them all. I'm getting well behind because I'm busy at work and that. So you may be lucky, you may get a break from a video for a day or two. But by the time this goes up, it's probably going to be probably a week or so from when I'm already recording it. I don't know. End of February, maybe you might get a break, you might not. Anyway, another beer coming up. It's one that my wife got me for Christmas out of the Beers of Europe box. Like I said, she went through my channel and looked. I think probably what she done, she looked at a load of beers, then went through my channel, searched them, and to try and get me different stuff. And this is one of them beers. Now, I'm led to believe it is like a Vienna lager, and I'm not really sure of the brewery. I'm going to say it's a French brewery anyway, so there's a downside, which I just learned. I actually thought it was Italy or something. I actually thought, and it's from Corsica, which is a French island as it happens, not Italy. And it's from, I'm thinking, and I may well correct this, Biera Corsa, and this is a bottle of their Pietra. And like I say, I believe it's a Vienna style lager, 330ml bottle, coming in at 6% ABV. A very sort of traditional old fashioned kind of label, and I like that. There we go, there's a crown, I like that too. Now, I'm not a big fan of French beers, it has got to be said, and I have heard that this one isn't very good. Hopefully it will be. So yeah, first time I've had anything from these, so let's give it a go, get it cracked open, see what we get. It was in the fridge, but I did sit it on a radiator for a little bit just to take the edge off it. So Vienna style lager, I don't have a glass from this brewery, so I'm going to use this crystal one. And I believe, like, you know, that's ideal for sort of Vienna style lager. So let's get it in, see what we get. 6%, I was quite surprised. I didn't expect the beer to be so big. Actually says on the bottle beer or beer amber, so an amber beer, so that could be classed as sort of like a pale, but they say a Vienna lager. And looking at the beer, yeah, I'm going to say that's like a Vienna lager, but it does look a little bit pale, sort of caramel sort of look about it, if you like. And there are quite a few bubbles going up. A little tight, compact head on top. Not massive, to be said, but I didn't go nuts with it. Yeah, I'm not going to say it looks massively sort of wowing, but it's what it tastes like. It's not what it looks like. So we'll dive in first and have a sniff. There is a bit left in the bottle. Yeah, there is that Vienna edge to it. Definitely get a lot of sort of malty notes, toffee, caramel, a slight sweet touch to it, and you are picking up hoppy aromas. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say. It smells like a less punchy sort of Vienna style lager, I would say. Certainly from some of the ones I've had. Yeah, I'm just going to get the rest in. We are going to give it a taste and see what we get. I'm not sure how much it was, but I did go onto one site, and I don't know how big they are or whatever, but they were charging like £4.50 for that. That seemed quite steep, but I don't know. So, Pietra from Biera Corsa. Their Vienna style lager. Pietra, yeah, it's a Vienna. Stop talking. Let's go in, have a taste. Cheers. All right, yeah. I mean, even though, like I've said, it's supposed to be like a Vienna style lager and it had the aromas of that, I still didn't really know what to expect on the taste to a certain extent. I didn't have any sort of hopes of anything, if you like. But it does represent that style. You definitely get that Vienna sort of feel to it, the caramel sweet toffee notes. But we'll come to all them after. So let's go in again. body of the beer. It's certainly not watery. There's no wateriness about it, but for 6%, it does feel kind of light. But then at the same time, I guess it is a lager, so you are going to get that sort of lager feel to it. But it's pleasant. It's pleasant. I can't really knock the body. Gentle carbonation in the beer, which is nice. It gives it a very nice smooth mouthfeel. Easy drinking as well. Definitely pleasant as you drink it, it's got to be said. You know, some beers you get that sort of rough edge and it's not the nicest. But yeah, that smoothness is definitely there. In the taste, this is where you're getting the sort of Vienna lager feel. Slightly sweet, a caramel sort of sweetness, not sickly sweet, malty. Back end for me, it's very much rich malty with a slight sweet caramel toffee note going through it, but there's something else there, and it's not bad, but there's just something else there that I can't quite pick up on. You do sort of like get going along in the background, you get that hoppy note of the beer, sort of, you could almost say like that English hop feel to it, almost like a hedgerow thing, possibly. Not full on, but you get that feel of it. You could even say a little sort of, I don't know if it's the right word, but I kind of get like a little bit of a feel of a nutty sort of flavour going on in there. Sort of, it's hard to describe. It's hard to describe, but you get that sort of funny feel of nutty. I'm not going to say you pick it out like a hazelnut or something in some beers like you do, but you get that sort of feel in there. I mean, it's easy drinking, it's got to be said. I'm not going to say there's anything really nasty in it, in my opinion. 6%. I wouldn't say you pick that up. Maybe now the palate has adjusted. Maybe on the back end when all the flavours are gone, there is maybe a little bit of a feel of alcohol in the beer. But other than that, you don't really pick that up. Not as I have warmed this up a touch. So that's probably gonna, it's probably only gone up a couple of degrees, but it is gonna bring out more flavour. But at the same time, sometimes it takes that crispness and refreshingness out of the beer. But yeah, I can't really say I dislike it. It's not a beer that has wowed me, let's put it that way. But at the same time, there is nothing nasty there. You know, there's a lot of good points. There's plenty of flavour. The body is very easy drinking. You might go, well, 6%, it should be a bit heavier. If it's that lager style beer, I don't think that's really an issue. It's very smooth, very crushable, and yeah, an easy going one. It's not one that I would necessarily rush out and buy again, but at the same time, if it was in a pub and there was nothing else on, I'd see the tap, if you like, and go, you know what, I've had that before. That wasn't too offensive. That was pretty easy going. Let's have a dabble on that. So, like I say, I will make sure in the title that I get the brewery right, but I'm guessing this is from Biera Corsa, and it's their Pietra Vienna style lagerish, if you like. 6% ABV. I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Not a massive thumbs up, but I'm going to give it a thumbs up because it is an easygoing sort of beer. You're not going to rush out and drink loads of it, but by no means don't be put off by it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.